So faculty platform party, please be seated. Families of graduates, faculty, staff, administrators, and members of the graduating class, welcome and good morning. My name is Ben Withers, and it's my distinct honor to serve as the best college here at CSU, the College of Liberal Arts. All of you gathered here, please welcome our graduates of the graduating class of December 23. All right, now I know it's 9 in the morning, but be louder than that. These people are graduating. Yes! So I invite you all to please stand, if you're able, and face the stage as Colorado State University Wing Walker Honor Guard presents the colors. The Colorado State University Brass Quintet and vocalist Christy Shuck will lead us in singing of our national anthem. Please stand. So please be seated. Both CSU and the College of Liberal Arts recognize our unique history and mission as a land-grant university. This year, for the 153rd year, the liberal arts approach to learning forms the heart of Colorado State's heritage as a land-grant public university, a land-grant education that encourages individuals to develop strong and transferable intellectual and practical skills such as communication, critical analysis, teamwork, empathy, creative thinking, and problem solving. Because the first word in land grant is land, it is also incumbent on us to recognize where that land came from and how that history permeates all that we do. As such, Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, the Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other native tribes. We recognize the indigenous peoples as the original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. CSU is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access and education and inclusion. And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to the Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, our responsibility, and commitment. And now I would like to introduce the members of the platform party who are joining us today. I will ask each person to stand and remain standing when I announce their name. Now hold your raucous applause until the very end, but what I would like for you to do is I read each name and title, please acknowledge their presence with a clap. Single clap. Got it? Let's practice. Ben Withers, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. Betsy Markey, Member and Secretary of the CSU System and Board of Governors. Amy Parsons, President of the Colorado State University. Dr. Michelle Stanley, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Studies. Dr. Sean Bingham, Director of the University Honors Program. Dr. Adam Gratz, Assistant Professor of Military Science, Army, ROTC. Sorry. Dr. Kate Brown, Professor Emeritus, Department of Anthropology and Geography. Dr. Ellie Light, Assistant Dean for Student Success. Dr. Ryan Claycomb, Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs. Dr. Micah Glantz, Chair, Department of Anthropology and Geography. Dr. Ellie Mosman, Chair, Department of Art and Art History. Dr. Greg Dickinson, Chair, Department of Communication Studies. Dr. Daniele Tavani, Professor, Department of Economics. Dr. Luann Reed, Chair, Department of English. Dr. Shushmita Chatterjee, Chair, Department of Ethnic Studies. Dr. Robert Goodmanstead, Chair, Department of History. Professor Kevin Kafostin, Director of Interdisciplinary Liberal Arts. Dr. Marilee Long, Chair, Department of Journalism and Media Studies. Media Communications, sorry. Dr. Jonathan Carline, Chair, Department of Languages, Literatures, Cultures, and Interim Director of International Studies. Dr. Dan Goebel, Director of the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. Dr. Matt McKenzie, Chair, Department of Philosophy. Dr. Bob Duffy, Chair, Department of Political Science. Dr. Kurei Mao, Associate Professor, Department of Sociology. Now, raucous applause. Graduates, you are part of a liberal arts community which includes more than 4,000 currently enrolled undergraduate majors and over 55,000 alumni. You join them in achieving an education that includes both an in-depth study in your specific discipline and a broad knowledge of the wider world, of its culture and also society, as well as an investigation of human experience. A liberal arts education empowers individuals by teaching you to apply your knowledge and skills in diverse real-world settings. Underlying it all is a sense of civic and social responsibility, that education is important for future generations and for society as a whole, that we live in a better world when there are more people who can bring to bear their skills to help us all deal with the complexity, challenges, and change of our contemporary circumstances. So thank you sincerely for choosing to become part of this ever-growing community here at CSU, and congratulations for meeting the academic challenges presented by your studies. I now have the honor of introducing Associate Dean for Undergraduate Studies in the College of Liberal Arts, Dr. Michelle Stanley, who will help us recognize our graduating students.
Good morning, graduates. Today marks my very first commencement as Associate Dean, and as your MC, I would like to start my portion of the ceremony by being the first to congratulate you on your incredible accomplishments at CSU. The faculty, your family, and your friends have gathered to celebrate your achievements and your bachelor's degree. I will be recognizing many students among the graduates by asking them to stand, and please stand if you are able. So that we may express our pride in your accomplishments, would all the members of the graduating class of 2023 please stand? Please be seated. I think they're very proud of you. The liberal arts faculty has dedicated their lives to scholarship, research, artistry, outreach, and more importantly, teaching and mentoring students. Will the members of the faculty, including those on the platform, please stand and receive our appreciation for all that you have done for the graduating class. Please be seated. As we celebrate your graduation, we also recognize some of the special accomplishments among members of your class. The College of Liberal Arts is pleased to honor those students who have earned teacher licensure by completing an approved academic degree program and professional education requirements, including student teaching. Students who have earned teacher licensure can be identified by the powder blue cords that they wear today. Would graduates who will be licensed by the state of Colorado to teach in elementary, middle school, and high school, please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. A significant number of students have enriched their education by completing the requirements for a program of study beyond their major. Will all students who have completed a second major or a minor please be recognized? Please be seated. A significant number of students also across the university choose to minor in a second language. Will all students who have completed a minor in a second language please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. Colorado State University is dedicated to creating a world-class university that welcomes all students and strives to make international learning accessible. As an institution, we encourage students to engage in education abroad, connect across cultures, and become more curious about the world. So too, we benefit by welcoming international students who have chosen to make the college their academic home. Will all students who participated in education abroad during their time at CSU and all international students who are graduating please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. A first-generation college student is one whose parents or guardians have not earned a bachelor's degree. An important aspect of Colorado State University's land grant mission is to provide access to education so that a wider community of students may experience the transformational potential of a college education. The success of first-generation students in our college and at our university is a point of pride for all of us. I am pleased to ask all first-generation students in the graduating class and among the faculty to stand and be recognized. Please be seated. In 1916, Congress created the Reserve Officers Training Corps, the ROTC, which provides military training at civilian educational institutions. Colorado State University enjoys a long tradition of strong ROTC programs. We are honored by the enrollment of veterans in majors across our college. Will those graduates who were commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Army or Air Force, or students who are veterans of any branch of the United States military services, please stand and receive our thanks and respect. Please be seated. Will those of you who are veterans of any branch of the United States military services, including those in the audience, please stand and receive our thanks and respect. Please be seated. Next, we pay tribute to those graduates who are initiates of the National Honor Societies, including, but not limited to, Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, Golden Key, the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, and Mortarboard. Will the members of the National Honor Societies please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. The University Honors Program provides an optional, enriched educational plan of study for students at Colorado State University. These students may be recognized by the green gowns that they wear. Will the candidates for Honors Scholar please rise so that we may applaud your achievements? Please be seated. Colorado State University recognizes the highest academic achievement of today's recipients by awarding their degrees with distinction. The candidates for graduation with distinction are wearing gold gowns or, in some cases, green gowns with gold cords. Students graduating with distinction have earned a minimum of 60 credits at this institution. Those graduating cum laude constitute approximately the top 6% of the class with a GPA of 3.78 or higher. Those designated magna cum laude constitute approximately the next 3% of the class with a GPA of 3.91 or higher. Those graduating summa cum laude constitute approximately the top 1% of the graduating class with a GPA of 3.98 or higher. Will all candidates for graduation cum, magna, and summa laude please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. I would now like to welcome onto the stage the Assistant Dean for Student Success, Dr. Ellie Light, to introduce our exceptional graduating student speaker.
I would like to welcome one of our students to address the class. When choosing a student speaker, we look for someone who has an excellent academic record, certainly, but who also, through their curricular and co-curricular engagement, represents the value of the liberal arts degree. Lyric Williams truly represents this value. Lyric is an interdisciplinary liberal arts major with a minor in mathematics. Lyric approaches her education with a spirit of intellectual curiosity and creativity, and throughout her time at CSU has made a habit of making regular connections to many areas of interest to her, including science, coding, mathematics, philosophy, journalism, media, physics, writing, and ethnic studies. You can see these connections through her curricular engagement, her involvement in the Native American Cultural Center, and queer connections through the Pride Center, her volunteer work at Rocky Mountain Student Media, and her performances through the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. Lyric has said that a typical day for her is doing statistical data in the morning, going to modern dance class in the afternoon, and then utilizing the observatory that CSU has to offer when it gets dark. The value of the liberal arts degree is perhaps clearest when she writes about her own education, saying, "The heart of my college education is dependent diversity." Please join me in welcoming Lyric to the stage.
Thank you, Assistant Dean Lights. Hi, everybody. Good morning. I hold an individualized experience that cannot be compared to my peers. However, we sit here together today and we share the completion and the celebration of our undergraduate experience. Beautiful. Can we get some hollering a little bit? Can we get like a little bit of like noise? Oh my goodness, so why did I choose Colorado State University? Well, I had visited and I could tell that Fort Collins would feel like home away from home immediately. I saw the trees, the hiking, all the bikes, and the abundance of breweries, and I just thought, this is just like my hometown in South Dakota. I could stand up here and tell you guys like all the things I did while attending CSU, but what was it all for? Why attend university? Why sit here and graduate? Why climb a 14er? And like, why go to the moon? On September 12th, 1962, John F. Kennedy gave a speech to gain support for his proposal to send a man to the moon. He says, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard." All of us here today chose to attend university knowing that it was going to be hard. And we had that really big challenge back in 2020 that we pushed through. Being here today is proof that we are able to keep moving through hard times and that we care enough to do so. During my freshman year, my grandmother passed away. I thought I would drop out of college if that happened, but I knew she would want me to keep going, like the many of us who have experienced loss while in college. My time at CSU was filled with connections, with both humans and nature. I would have never made if I didn't attend university. I spent time this past summer at CSU's mountain campus, and I learned environmental ethics under the instruction of Ken Shockley. And I promise that every day I talk about something that we talked about in that class. It was just so meaningful, and I'm so thankful I got to attend that class. And up there, I finally had felt like I just had settled into my place at school, and I also started to understand my place in the two worlds I live in. One foot in Eurocentric society and the other walking with my Native American heritage. For the last half of my college career, I worked at the Native American Cultural Center, and there I tutored math and physics. I've helped many students either figure out trig identities or just help them gain a better view of these intimidating subjects. But what I want to say is that the Indigenous community here at Colorado State is unmatchable. The kindness, motivation, and playfulness exuded by my peers is a gift that I will cherish forever. The space that the NAC provided for me was a perfect place to get to know myself better, and it was a dream to connect with my peers there. We shared stories about our grandparents, our aunts and uncles, both good and bad, but all around, they were meaningful. At Native Women's Circle, I learned how to sew, and I was involved in many great conversations. And during staff retreats, I learned about my friends' history through food, which was super fun. And I even attended my first powwow, the ACES powwow. We traveled together, we struggled together, but most of all, we succeeded together. And I made great memories doing so. We pick and choose the things that we hold on to. And I want to hold on to the moments that it kind of all came together. There was times where we presented our capstones, and I got to observe a classroom, which was nice, and even singing songs up at the mountain campus on the piano was just so fun. But I also want to make sure that I leave behind what's meant to be left behind. Professor Chung Fu in the dance department gave me a note with a quote written on it that read, "When a great ship is in harbor and moored, it is safe. There can be no doubt. But that is not what great ships are built for. If what I learned here can be molded into a ship, it must leave the harbor and I must go with it." Each of our backgrounds are different and our histories don't match, and our way through here at Colorado State is not the same, and what we do next is either undecided or exactly what we had planned. Yet we kind of share this victory together, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys. And we won't forget our time here, but I hope that we keep moving forward and not disregard this history that we share. Our beautiful, sad, difficult, stressful, just lively history doesn't have to be left behind, but it can be let go so we can keep going. Yeah? All right, that's all I have for you guys. That's all.
I am now honored to introduce our commencement speaker to give the keynote address to the class. We are happy to welcome back to campus Dr. Catherine Brown, who is Professor Emeritus of Anthropology at Colorado State University. Dr. Brown retired in 2021 after a career marked with multiple accomplishments and prestigious awards. Her work, known for its creativity and originality, has taken her to French Polynesia, the French, Spanish, and British Caribbean, New Orleans, the Texas coast, and Pueblo, Colorado. She is living proof that a liberal arts degree can take you wherever you want to go. For more than 30 years, she posed big research questions to explore how the pressures of adversity gave rise to adaptations that grew out of specific political and economic contexts. In her early work, she documented how Afro-Creole populations in the French colonized Caribbean developed a hidden system of status based on economic cunning and resourcefulness. Her findings changed the way Caribbean scholars understand how culture plays a role in economic life. The life of a scholar is always subject to change. After the historic Hurricane Katrina in 2005 drowned a city and a region she loved, Brown shifted her focus to study a large African-American family of 150 people to try to understand how a long-standing adaptation to plantation slavery gave them the resilience to confront other crises. To communicate her findings to a large audience, she produced a film documentary for PBS and wrote a book that has become standard adoption for courses in disaster studies, research methods, and public anthropology. In 2018, for her scholarship, her applications of anthropological knowledge to improving human condition and creative teaching, Dr. Brown was named recipient of the highest honor in the field of American anthropology, the Franz Boas Award for extraordinary achievements in the field of anthropology. She was also named University Distinguished Professor at CSU, and in 2021, the Society for Economic Anthropology named an award just for her, the Kate Brown Creativity and Research Award. In the course of her career, Kate Brown, product of the liberal arts and a mind charged with curiosity, co-founded the Culture and Disaster Action Network, an academic practitioner collaboration for improving disaster policy and practice, and led the first US-based risk and disaster field school on the Texas Gulf Coast for Colorado State University. It all began with a BA in English and a PhD in anthropology. Brown now lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where she continues her work, rides her horses into the wilderness. Please welcome Dr. Kate Brown.
Congratulations. Thank you, Michelle. Good morning, class of 2023. Good morning, parents, friends, family, faculty colleagues, and administrators. Graduates, there's a lot of pride circulating in this room right now. I can see it all over there, all up here, everybody facing you. I can feel it. I bet you can too. I am so honored to be your commencement speaker today. Colorado State University is home to me, and the College of Liberal Arts is the heart center of that home. My life as a professor has been full of meaning and purpose, and getting to know students like you has been a big part of that, feeling inspired by your creativity, your intelligence, and your care about the world. So now that you've earned your college degree, how will you cut a path for yourself through that thorny thicket of crises we are all confronting right now? Which stars will you follow to help guide you into spaces of possibility? Today, I want to give you some encouragement that comes from my life as an anthropologist and from my recent field of study, disasters. I am a disaster anthropologist. Yes, it's a thing. Because as disasters are increasing in intensity, we need to understand their impact, how suffering is not evenly distributed, and what to do about it. Survivors of disaster have a lot to teach us about standing up to adversity and living fully after painful losses. My first disaster study happened after Katrina. Hurricane Katrina shook the nation in 2005, if you can remember back. Much of the Gulf Coast was decimated, and New Orleans, the city I love, was inundated. Katrina alerted many about our rapidly changing world, one where environmental change, racial inequality, and poverty collide to create great calamity. I was curious to learn how a kin group of 150 African Americans manage such a collective tragedy. Curiosity. It's one of the hallmarks of the liberal arts education. It has driven my life and my work. Your classes have helped you develop the habit of curiosity, haven't they? To research, to dig in, to feed your inquisitive spirit. You've learned to exercise your imagination, to see possibilities where they don't appear to others. You've learned to read with care and write with clarity. These are critical skills you develop through the liberal arts, and these are the makings of a toolkit for life. We could call it a life kit. So with your life kit in hand, how will you choose to move forward from here? All paths are winding and full of uncertainties. At first, you might want to choose a wait-and-see path to give yourself time to figure out what's next. Or you might want to move out into the world on a cautious path, in a safe or familiar way. Or you might want to follow a daring path, inspired by a desire to change the status quo. Daring paths require that you leave your comfort zone and befriend uncertainty. Making friends with uncertainty means you give yourself over to something without knowing the outcome. It means you take some risks and search for possibilities in unfamiliar places. And remember, whatever choice you make, you can always change your mind. Nothing is fixed. When I graduated with a BA in English, I explored bravely for a couple of years, and then out of sheer fear that I couldn't pay the bills, I shifted from a daring path to a more cautious path that felt safer. I chose a job in business with a good salary. Everyone around me supported this choice. Thanks to my writing skills and my abilities to think outside the box, I did the work well and I rose to the top. But my heart wasn't in it. So at the age of 34, 10 years after earning my BA, I resolved to start over on a daring path, to go back to school, to get a PhD in anthropology. By that time, I had a lot to lose, and I had to give up my standing, my fat salary, my stylish wardrobe. But once I did, I never looked back. Here's another tip from my career swing. Don't let rocky starts discourage you. After taking the leap into an anthropology PhD program, I confronted the totally unknown. My advisor invited me to be her research assistant. In my first year, for 6 months of data gathering in French Polynesia, on a tiny, tiny little island in the South Pacific, I took a big gulp and said, yes. So for 2 months before we left, I immersed myself in French, a language I did not know. I was excited to meet my host family, an older Tahitian couple who only spoke French. When they saw the bicycle that I had shipped with me, my host exclaimed in French, "Oh, you brought a bicycle here." I cheerfully replied, "Oui, j'ai volé une bicyclette pour ici." Their mouths dropped open, their eyes popped out. My advisor jumped to my rescue, explaining I was still learning French. I had told them that I stole, volé, the bike to use here, instead of saying I wanted, voulu, to have a bike here. But my French improved, and years later, I wrote and produced a French-language documentary film about Afro-Creole women I had researched in the French Caribbean. Women who were changing the culture of business. The film got accepted by the major French TV network in Paris and distributed around the world on global French satellite TV. The lesson is, rocky starts just remind us we still have a lot to learn. Your liberal arts life kit will take you far, but it's your job to build on that foundation so that great things can come from taking small risks. When your heart is in your work, you will wake up motivated and feel happier. And parents, research shows that in a few years after graduation, those educated in the liberal arts surpass their peers in achievement and salaries. I say, I think it's safe for you to feel like you can relax. Public speeches almost always offer specific takeaways. So here are 3 ideas based on my disaster research and my life experience that can add value to your life kit. I hope they can serve you for a lifetime. 1, people who pay attention to what's happening around them are more likely to spot opportunities and solve problems. It seems obvious, right? But you might not have thought about how an active, explicit kind of awareness can really tune you into what's possible. What do you notice about what's happening around you right now? What does a situation need? What are you good at, and what gifts do you recognize in others? When a special moment presents itself, be ready to use what you've got to solve that problem or help someone else bring an opportunity to life. Besides helping you solve problems and spot opportunities, paying attention can save lives. In 2017, Hurricane Harvey blasted 130-mile-an-hour winds into a large area of the Texas Gulf Coast, outside Houston and as far west as Corpus Christi. Amplified by climate change, the storm also unleashed an historic rain bomb that dropped 50 inches of rain over Houston and flooded tens of thousands of homes. How did people respond? I wanted to know. Here's one answer I came upon in my research. In the middle of that chaos, 3 young men noticed that floodwaters had trapped people inside their homes. The friends thought through the problem. How can we use what we know to help out? Okay, almost everybody has a smartphone, and lots of people in Houston have boats in their driveways. What if we link smartphone technology with GPS technology to map the geolocations of stranded residents and for boat owners? That's what they did. By matching up those stranded to those with boats, rescues happened by the dozens and then by the hundreds. Paying attention, using what they knew, and bringing people together to help allowed them to address an urgent problem in a creative way. 3 people saved countless lives. Paying attention includes being alert to the crises that confront our planet, being aware of suffering. These problems are real, but nothing is fixed. So focus your mind on what is possible, and that takes practice. So practice. 2, people who maintain strong connections are healthier and better prepared for adversity. Disasters strip people bare of what they are used to living with, their belongings, their everyday rituals, even their beliefs can take a beating. In the context of loss and upheaval, we who research disasters and trauma have learned that survivors reach quickly to reestablish connections with people they know. Relationships with others help comfort, heal, and inspire. You may not remember the March 2011 catastrophe in Japan. A massive 9.0 earthquake and tsunami flattened entire cities, washing people and property out to sea. The disaster was compounded by structural damage to the Fukushima nuclear power plant, causing a nuclear meltdown. It may surprise you to learn that even amidst the devastation in northeastern Japan, one of the first actions taken by homeowners and Japan's self-defense force was to restore the existing communal baths and create full-size temporary baths. Communal bathing is a centuries-old ritual in Japan. As a practical matter, the temporary baths gave survivors a way to keep clean, Japanese style. But even more important to the feeling of recovery was the familiar comfort of warmth among other humans. Today, when asked why they choose the public baths when they have perfectly good bathtubs at home, still steamy bathers will tell you that the baths are a way to experience a sense of community. Communal connection matters to people in times of trauma as well as ordinary times. The work of neuroscientists and health researchers confirm what the bathers intuitively knew. We are wired to connect with others, and social support and feeling connected bring us significant health benefits. Friends help us celebrate the best days of our lives, and they help us get through the hard days. What could be a better investment? So invest in your relationships. 3, people who have a relationship with the natural world know belonging and peace. The large African American family I introduced earlier taught me a lot about how a connection with nature restores and recharges life. Before Katrina, all 155 members of this family lived close to each other on the bayou. Their large family system dated back to an adaptation to plantation slavery, and since that time had been a useful way to keep the racism around them at bay. This adaptation depended on sharing across the entire network: skills, resources, food, childcare, social support, and a common belief system. Over the months they were marooned in Dallas, I documented how deeply they longed for the natural world they came from. When they talked about home, they meant their environment of bayous and wetlands, a lush area just beyond their homes where cypress trees abound and pelicans roost on nearby piers. Family members expressed their love for the crab and shrimp and crawfish that had for generations supplied delicious everyday fare for people of modest means like them. They explained how they trained the children of this huge family about the geography and flows of the bayou. The bayou environment was saturated with meaning, and they ached to get back to what made them feel whole. Once they were able to return to this beloved home ground, they found the hurricane had turned the landscape into a wilderness of ruin. Enduring life in tiny FEMA trailers was a great hardship on the network, but they knew where they were and where they belonged. They would recover together with the natural environment that nourished them and gave them strength. This family knew well that Mother Nature can unleash violent storms, tornadoes, wildfires, earthquakes, and more. But because they understood that they were part of nature, their reverence for the natural world was grounded in respect and awe and a sense of belonging. Research documents that when we spend time experiencing our innate belonging to nature, our nervous systems relax, and we gain a cascade of positive health benefits, a greater sense of wholeness and inner calm. So find a park, turn off your phones, sit, look, and listen for the reminders that you are part of the natural world. To summarize and conclude, I say this to all of you graduating. Pay attention to what is happening around you. Look for opportunities to contribute to the good and for how you can offer a hand to someone else. The world needs your brains, your empathy, and your imagination more than ever. Move your social connections up to top priority in your life. All connections are worthwhile, and long-term friendships will provide the quality of connection that can make you a happier person and help see you through whatever comes. Recognize the force of nature and spend quiet time without your devices. Open up to the inspiration this connection with the natural world offers you. Let it help you find your way through the thicket toward what is good and what brings you joy. And never forget that you endured the challenges of lockdowns, masks, isolation, illness, and uncertainty. You made it through a global catastrophe, and your presence here bears witness to your stamina and resourcefulness. And never forget, you have a liberal arts life kit that prepares you, unlike any other, to think and imagine, to care about beauty and about suffering, to understand the human condition, and to contribute greatly to a better world. As soon as I step away from the podium, each of you will hear your name called and will step forward to receive your passport to a world of opportunity. You are ready. You forever hold the Bachelor of Arts degree. Congratulations, good luck, and may you find blessings everywhere your journey takes you.
So thank you, Dr. Brown, for that demonstration, not only in your own life, but through your research and teaching about the value of the liberal arts. I appreciate that. So who's ready for that passport to the future? To lead us down that path, the time when you're walking across the stage, I would like to now introduce the 16th president of Colorado State University, Amy Parsons, to share a few congratulatory remarks.
Good morning, Rams. Congratulations, class of 2023. It's an honor to be here with you this morning and to bring us all to that point in the ceremony when we start officially conferring your degrees. Very exciting. Our top priority at Colorado State University is you, student success, and this is what it looks like. To graduate engaged citizens who are ready to contribute to their professions, to work with one another, to volunteer, to vote, run for office, and to participate in all facets of civil society. And looking out at all of you today, I have complete confidence that you will do just that. Let your success today remind you of your capacity to achieve difficult goals, and let it embolden you to take on new challenges. Never doubt that you possess everything you need sitting here today to make a profound difference. Our world needs your ingenuity, your skill, your diplomacy, your compassion. Whether you're in the laboratory, out in the field, in the boardroom, or around your kitchen table, or out in the community, seize every opportunity to lead with integrity, to plan with intention, and to collaborate with purpose. As the architects of the future, you have the power to innovate and affect positive change. You now share a common bond with all CSU graduates, including me. I'm not just a CSU alum, I'm alum of the College of Liberal Arts. To me, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago since I was sitting in your seats graduating from the College of Liberal Arts at CSU, right here in Moby Arena. And I can tell you that in the years that have passed since I was sitting there to standing here, it's been an incredible journey, and CSU has always been a big part of my story. And one of the best things is just meeting so many other Rams from generations before me to other Rams who graduated when I did, to meeting all of you, and now we all get to meet the future Rams going forward. This 150-year-old institution will stand with you wherever you take your future. You're part of a worldwide family of CSU alumni, committed to helping each other succeed, building dreams, and connecting with the next generation of Rams. So, as a fellow alum, I am very excited to join you on your Colorado State University alumni journey. Congratulations again, graduates. We're proud of you. We applaud you, and we're very excited to know that the future is in your capable hands. Go Rams! It's now my great privilege to present the candidates for graduation in the College of Liberal Arts. They have completed all requirements for the baccalaureate degree that have been established by the university, the college, and their departments. The Faculty Council has recommended to our governing board that these students receive their bachelor's degree. At this time, I'd like to introduce Betsy Markey, member and secretary of the CSU Board of Governors, who will confer the degrees. Betsy.
Thank you, President Parsons. Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees from all departments and programs in the College of Liberal Arts please rise? It is with great pleasure that I offer these words. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System, I hereby confer the bachelor's degree on each of you, together with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Let us all recognize the achievements of this wonderful group of students. And on behalf of the entire CSU community, congratulations to all of you.
Please be seated. The marshals will now escort the graduates to the platform to be recognized individually and receive their diploma covers. We ask that family and friends keep the aisles clear and take photographs of your graduate after the ceremony. Professor Sanam Imami, Dr. Niroz Badarai, and Dr. Eileen Connell will announce the names of the graduates individually. Graduates, to honor all members of the class, we ask that everyone remain in the gymnasium for the entire ceremony.
Graduates in the Department of Anthropology and Geography. Caton Mark Todd. Olivia Diane Martin. Sarah Elizabeth Hendler. Abigail Wynock. Jessica Lang Craig. Chelsea Bankhead. Natalie Katie Anna Wallace. Ryan J. Grisham. Isabel Claire Oss. Maya Lucia Felix. Joseph Andrew Killinger. Megan Elizabeth Beasley. Graduates in the Department of Art and Art History. Matthew Luke Zaccaro. Skylar Kendall Johnson. Emily Christine Fanstil. Forrest Wren Squire. Maria K. Olivo. Sophia Suzanne Tangora. Carlos Daniel Torres Anariba. Jaden Scott. Bethany Jean Houston. Molly Hannah Hansen. Leslie Nicole Alvarez Rivera. I'm so proud of you. Marisol Gutierrez Gutierrez. Lily T. Kai. Nahan Lee. I'll give it a try. Jaden Jarnell Damon Cameron Cunningham Stanford. Jackson Wayne Pierce. Liam Chase Pollins. Congratulations. Grace Evelyn Williams. Amy Jolie Frum. Sid P. Hanna. Elena Victoria Huff Solano. Olivia Christine Bashore. Gabriela Alicia Goko. Congratulations. Megan M. Duvik. Sydney Hollis Scruggs. Okay, let me know how I do. Jushan Dung. Molly Haynes. Fallon Francis. Brenna B. Koznar. Emma Jane Thompson.
Graduates in the Department of Communication Studies. Dylan Michael Ziegler. Lionel Juarez. Pedro Gabriel Guardado. Caroline Emily Hall. Sino Grace DiGiacomo. Brent Benjamin McCall. Charles D. Walsh. Justin Maddox. Connor P. Aragon. Fernando Augustus Llamas. Molly Gates. Ashley York. Bethany Ruby Driver Body. Seth R. Lentz. Dominic C. Nagel. John August Gifford. Catherine Ann Marquardt. Taylor K. Legault. Elizabeth P. Gath. Catherine Louise MacArthur. Courtney K. Morris. Caitlin Michelle Barner. Gaze Michael Gaina. Jake Hunter Levine. Brian Joel Gross. Kaylor Casey Chance. Jordan Matthew Castaneda. Lucas Elliott Henderson. Zachary Moses Iris. Coulter Fairman. Graduates in the Department of Economics. Yeah. Davis Burton Silver. Yeah! Ava Hilda Bonavia. Congratulations. Joanna Mari Mosley. Matthew Matthew John Misivitz. Stefan Safa. Jacob Leo Benderast. Henry James Lang. Elgardo Meza Alba. Jeremy Daniel Stonochano. Michaela Leigh Landon. Brianna Ingrid Henry. Congratulations. Gavin T. Nanayakara. Jan Cor Fernando. Fawaz M. Magehi.
Got it? Graduates in the Department of English. Clinton Paul Christensen, Jr. Rory Lowe. Mackenzie Pendergast. Erica Rose Giuliani. Parker K. Sullivan. Riley Jade Roberts. Oops, I'll slow down. Aiden Chesmore. Ryan James McGoldrick. Shane Trenton Christ. Tristan Joseph O'Driscoll. Justin Lauren Frigo. Jonathan Jake Dana. Andy Parker. Zian Pan. Nicole Lee Griffin. Gotcha. Marquita Shanette Woods. Shinher Ma. Justin S. Hahn. Graduates in the Department of Ethnic Studies. Carrie Ann Middleton. Greta Hoagland Merrily.
Graduates in the Department of History. Aiden Kelly Keener. Congratulations. Oops. Barry. Logan Connor Berry. Tatum. James David Tatum. Congratulations. Audrey Clarice Testerman. Michael Kent House. Congratulations. Matthew James Adam. Keegan Alexander Cook. Lars Edward Johnson. Jack Kelly. Reese Cecilia Jensen. Christopher J. Keebler. Dylan James Keever. Alexander Steele Collins. Bose Kashmir Eisenberg. Keegan Bliss Lewis. Aaron Martin Beals. Sydney Grace Gallagher. Taylor Joanne Cheney. Graduates in the program of Interdisciplinary Liberal Arts. Morgan Dvorak. Alacia 14. Congratulations. Yetta Trinity Hartley. Layla Marshall Abram. Dakota Marin. Jacob Lewis Friedman. Patty Raymond Turner. Lyric Annette Williams. Amanda Jade Rodarte. Bradley Joanna Saavedra. Dawn Marie Pepke. Thank you. Hillary Marie Helesto. Thank you for that. Christine Michelle Turner. William Arthur Hayden. Graduates in the program of International Studies. Ryan Joseph Murray. Layla Diane Archuleta.
Graduates in the Department of Journalism and Media Communication. Haley Diane Link. Aria Nicole Mariza. Jillian Elizabeth Murphy. Aaliyah Lynn Price. Kyra Rose Clay. Fergus Sarapura. Benjamin D. Fairley. Madison Faith Barmajam. Sierra Jessica Beeling. Hudson Gabriel Martins. Errol Jovita Pololengan. Serena Marlise Sutherland. Gavin Jean Wolf. Portia Janae Cook. Nadia Dusek. Cara Davis. Jordan Moncrief. Alexandra Flynn. Graduates in the Department of Languages, Literatures, and Cultures. Grace Babbitt. Victoria Elizabeth Thompson. Christopher Thomas Glass. Graduates in the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. Grayson Symes. Declan Charles Herman. Madison Ashley Kubala. Zachary Ryan Neiswander. Bridget Benson. Reagan Lee Raidmacher. Mia Amber Smith Higashi. Julia Ray Stwali. Avery Noel Rudman. Paul B. Byer. Mary Valsberg.
Graduates in the Department of Philosophy. Matthew J. Carter. Graduates in the Department of Political Science. Ronald Kenneth Sides II. Carter Stewart Nielsen. Brandon Joaquin Chavez Ramirez. Teller Finn Carnahan. Arvin C. Jansen. Daniel Long. Maxwell J. Rasmussen. Joseph Roche. Courtney J. Russell. Kaylee Danielle Kennedy. Mildred Gonzalez. Marissa Thompson. Oh. Henry Jerwas. Alex Z. Keitzer. Damon? Malaysia Diamond Pullman. Emily Lauren Garrett. Annie Weiler. Thomas Lee Blake.
Do I do another one?
Oh. Graduates in the Department of Sociology. Cleona G. Johnson. Kayla A. Dunbar. Madison May White. Bryn Batson. Alfonso L. Stewart. Melissa Duran Marin. Ruben Jimenez. Jordan Emily Mahaffey. Victoria Lisa Opp. Kali Jean Breed. Hannah Rose Eleanor Eftekari. Zara Sharifi. Logan C. Zalasco. Jennifer Molly Henry. Alexa Isabella Fishman. Anna Grace Higgs. Cheyenne Lena Thornton. Kelsey Carolee Brown. Ilana Renee Gonzalez. Lasada Stressley. Blake J. Watson. Jacqueline N. Fetter. Ashley K. Alvarado. Andre Joseph Dunn. Francisco Hernandez, Jr.
Graduates, congratulations. Your family and friends have supported you in so many ways throughout the years leading up to this day. Will the family and friends gathered please stand so that the graduates may express their love and appreciation. They're small, but they're mighty. So this ceremony would not be possible without the efforts of many people. My sincere appreciation for the excellent services of the faculty marshals, Dr. Andrew Dew, Dr. Eric Aoki, Dr. Ted Fabiano, Dr. Jim Lindsay, Professor Gina Robinson, and Professor Aaron Carrigan. Thank you to our announcers, Professor Sanam Imami, Dr. Niroz Badarai, and Dr. Eileen Connell, our interpreters, Sarah McHattie and McKenna Bridges, and the Air Force ROTC Wing Walker Honor Guard for presenting the colors. My sincere appreciation to the Allied Universal Event staff and CSU Police for keeping us safe, and the facilities staff for turning Moby into a celebration. I also want to thank the sound technicians for putting up with me standing back too far, and video producers for their excellent work producing our commencement ceremony. Thank you to the College of Liberal Arts Dean's staff and commencement volunteers, especially the amazing Abby Jarosevich and Colleen Weitzel, with whom this event could not happen. I can't thank you enough. Finally, I would like to ask the members of the CSU Brass Quintet and the vocalist Christy Shuck to please stand and take a bow. Bravo. So I'm a professor of music, and I'm very excited to invite everyone to please stand, sing loud and proud, and join Christy Shuck and the new graduates of CSU in singing our alma mater, and you can find the words on the Jumbotron or on your Scantron program. Will the members of the audience please be seated? The tradition of tossing graduation caps goes back to 1912, when the graduates of the Naval Academy would receive their new officer hats and throw their old midshipman caps in the air to symbolize their transition. Because this is my first graduation as Associate Dean for Undergraduate Studies in the college, I'm going to take a picture of you while you do this, and a selfie as well. So you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Please collect your hats and be seated. Two of our marshals will lead the recessional. Next will be the platform party, then the faculty. Graduates, please remain seated until the marshals ask your row to leave. We ask that all graduates meet their family and friends outside of Moby Arena following the ceremony so that CSU is able to prepare the arena for the next commencement. Graduates, you've left your mark on CSU. Now go make your mark on the world. We will miss you so very much. We're very proud of you, and please keep in touch. Thank you all for attending the College of Liberal Arts Commencement celebration.